The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by K-Man Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And K-Man Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
And now,
Radio K-Man presents
The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter.
Radio K-Man's Business Buzz.
Here's your host,
Anita Khan.
Good morning. It's 29 minutes until 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Business Buzz. We have two segments this morning. This is our first segment. We'll have the second one following our 8 o'clock news, traffic, and weather. But in the meantime, I want to say good morning to Miss Susan, our producer in the next studio, holding it down. And we have just one guest in the studio this morning. And he is very young. Very, very young, and he's an entrepreneur. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? I
am good, and his name is Mr. John Fleming. John is the CEO of What's Up?
What's Up Limited.
What's Up Limited. Am I saying it correctly?
What's Up, yeah.
What's Up?
It's a playful take on Wagwan.
Wagwan. Well, you know, I'll have to say, John, we need the deets.
You need the deets.
That's my new IG lingo. We need the deets, okay? Now, you're so young for. I'm really blown away because you're in boarding school.
Yes.
Right, and you have your own business.
Yes.
And this is not your first rodeo. You've had another business before.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that one.
No.
We'll talk about this one because this is brand new. Just launched. When did you launch What's Up?
So we launched What's Up last Friday. Okay. We launched on our website, on our social media. We're online only, which is different from our competitors. We have a delivery area. We don't have an in-front store. So that gives us like a ton of advantages over our competitors.
Very good. Well, congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Congrats. This is awesome. I love your website.
Thank you.
And we're happy that you're on the buzz this morning to tell everybody about What's Up. What's Up? I just love the name.
Thank you.
No, just share with us some details about the business and just what made you get involved with in the supplement industry of all the businesses that we could think about.
Yeah, so around last March, I went on like a fitness journey and I lost a little bit of weight. And
how a little bit?
30,
don't mind sharing.
35, 40 pounds.
That's a lot. Not a little bit. That's a lot. That's great.
Thank you.
And you look awesome.
Thank you so much. And I became quite health conscious. I started taking these supplements. I started taking whey protein. And I saw on the island that we only had traditional retailers at the time. You know, we only had a store where you could go in and purchase it. You'd have to take time out of your busy day. And we wanted to create a convenient storefront online, e-commerce, where you could order online so we could reduce our prices, so we could give consumers the best prices. We have a curated range of supplements so that we could give just what we think is best, you know, so we have a select range.
Okay. Now, Susan, did I forget to say that John is just 17 years old? He's 17 years old. I think that's very, very. It's amazing.
You.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
So you're doing business while you're in school.
Yes.
You could teach a teacher, John.
Thank you.
No, the supplement business is big business. It's huge, especially for those who work out and just want to stay healthy. Now, you don't have any overhead, do you? Except maybe your website.
Yeah, just website fees and delivery driver costs.
Okay. Now, that's one of your main advantages of opening an e-commerce business for you and your customers as well. Now, what are the other advantages that you found so far? I mean, you just recently launched.
Yeah.
So you'll as you go along, you'll find, hey, we can cut back on prices and all the good stuff. What are some of the other advantages you've found along the way so far?
Definitely our biggest advantage is our prices. So we've been able to have extremely low prices. We have the Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard for £5 at $70.
And we have them on display right here.
Yeah, it's huge. It's £5.
£5.
Just for $70.
Wow.
And we've been
70
able
CI, right?
70 CI. We also take U.S.
Okay.
We've been able to be card only online, so we don't have to deal with cash. Although everyone likes cash, we don't like cash. We can offer really good service. We can offer a really convenient service. So once you order from us, you know that you'll get it within the 3 business days. You don't have to worry. You don't have to drive to a traditional retailer on your lunch break during a busy day, get into traffic. Exactly. So that's why you order from WhatsApp.
Okay. Does WhatsApp deliver?
Yes.
Okay. So within 3 business days.
3 business days.
And then it's here and you deliver.
It's there.
Is there a minimum order or that where you do delivery or any amount?
Any amount. So
okay.
Anything under 100, we charge a $10 delivery fee, and then anything above $100, free delivery.
Okay.
Free delivery.
Awesome. Now, before I forget, John, thanks for the coffee.
No worries. Cheers.
Cheers. Water on elephant. Good coffee. Good decaf. You know my secret, right? Wonder who told you that. Decaf, yeah. From my friends would say, no, drinking decaf is not drinking coffee, but it's still good coffee. It's still good coffee. Now, you work with membership, right?
Yes.
How does the membership work with WhatsApp?
So the WhatsApp membership gives members 10% off all products for an entire year. So from the low price of $10, you get 10% off all of our products for an entire year. So if you buy a $70 tub of Optimum Nutrition whey protein, you'll get $7 off that tub. So our membership is a special code. You get a special code once you're a member, and it's applied to checkout instantly, thanks to our great website. And we wanted to reward our loyal customers, which is why we set up our membership program.
Okay. Now, John, can you spell that WhatsApp?
Sure.
So people know exactly when they're looking for it on for the website and when they're emailing you as well.
Yeah. So WAA space SUPP.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? I just love it. What's up? You can't forget that.
Yeah.
Now, before I forget as well, give us the website.
So it's www.whatsup.ky.
And your telephone number, other details?
So for the telephone, 345-925-5511. And then if you ever want to email me, it's info@whatsup.ky.
Now, let's talk about the different brands that you carry at WhatsApp. Sorry.
You're good.
Let's talk about, so you have, no, I'm not going to talk about it because some of the words I can't call.
So we have, at the moment, we're stocking Optimum Nutrition and Bsn. So both of these brands are owned by Glanbia, which is considered the industry leader for quality sports supplements. So Optimum Nutrition, which I have 3 of their products right here, they've won several industry awards from bodybuilding.com. In the future, in our next order, we'll have Isopure, which is another Glanbia brand, as well as Dymatize, Cellucor, and then Outbreak Nutrition. The sports supplement industry is known for having a handful of bad actors. They'll sell products that aren't effective. They'll spike protein powder with ineffective amino acids. So we've created a list of supplements that proven to work with a healthy diet.
Awesome. So while you were on your diet, on your way to being fit, to losing weight, did you use a lot of these products?
I used the whey protein mostly. I used that brand of whey protein, Optimum Nutrition whey protein.
So if you don't mind me asking, what was the secret to losing all that weight?
Maintaining a healthy diet. You have to maintain a healthy diet. You have to do some form of exercise. And if you find one that you enjoy, it doesn't feel like exercise. It doesn't feel like work. So I did a lot of walking, a lot of cycling. I did spinning in the gym. I enjoyed it. It was, it was relaxing in a way. You felt good afterwards. And those are the 2 main ways of losing weight or even maintaining weight, just keeping a healthy diet. Humans need protein in their diet, and it's a low-calorie option there for protein. It's 120 calories, and you get 25 grams of protein.
And I have to eat 2 cans of chickpeas.
Exactly, yeah.
And work my way in with another can of another type of beans. That's easy.
Yeah.
Do you have any stock that that's geared towards vegans?
Yeah. So
I'm not vegan, but pescatarian.
Yeah. So our plant protein, also sold by Optimum Nutrition, is catered towards vegans. It's the best plant-based protein on the market. We're very fortunate to have this here. We sell this just for $45, which is probably the best.
That's an amazing price.
Best price. Yes,
wow.
ma'am. It's probably the best price for plant protein on the island. Yeah.
I agree, because I've tried some before, and a little pricey, but how about, is there an aftertaste in this one, or?
Not really with the chocolate one. The vanilla one, there might be a little bit of an aftertaste, but that's just.
But they all
have that. Yeah, but I think this is definitely one of the best plant proteins on the market, and our customers really enjoy.
I have to try that one. Now, why supplements with branch chain amino acids, John?
Yeah, so our bodies can't naturally produce these branch chain amino acids, these being the valine, leucine, and isoleucine. So since we can produce them, you need to get them from your diet. Now, this isn't easy with traditional sources of protein, as they have very few branch chain amino acids. So supplementing with them can help you muscle breakdown and prevent muscle breakdown and maximize the repair and growth of muscles. They also help you achieve longer and more intense workouts, as they make you feel more alert and less tired.
Now, say with the whey protein, do you use that before working out?
You can use whey protein before working out. It could give you a boost. We also have pre-workout, which is also to give you a boost before working out. But whey protein can be used before working out or after working out. But the one we recommend for post-workout is casein protein, which I don't have here today. That gives you long-lasting effects. It takes a while to break down. It's heavier.
Okay. Now, suppose, I think I asked you this earlier, before we came on the air. Say we have older folks who do not go to the gym, or they just walk around the neighborhood maybe, or just walk around the yard just to get some exercise. And they say past the age of 60, say 60 and up, would this mean anything to them if they started to use, say, whey protein?
Definitely. I think anybody could use whey protein. A scoop of whey protein in a glass of milk and a smoothie. You can shake it with your shaker. It's only 120 calories. It gives you the necessary protein. No matter how old you are, you still need to get your daily amount of protein.
Good. I like that answer.
Thank you.
I mean, Susan, we have to work and get in some extra protein. Now, I saw where was it Bill Clinton? He was on a whey protein diet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, because I don't know why, but he was just so into his whey protein. But I can see why. No, I don't eat meat. So a lot of people say, Anita, you need to the amino acids you get from eating meat. Is that
yes.
Right?
And protein sources, yeah.
Right.
Mostly meat, yeah.
So you need to have some sort of supplement to make up for the loss of not, eating beef, red meat. But this is a great way to do this. John, we've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion. We're speaking with Mr. John Fleming, just 17 years old, and he's the CEO of What's Up Limited. And this is all about premium sports and lifestyle supplements.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Following the end of slavery, the relationships between the former masters and ex-apprentices varied across the island. Relations were peaceful in West Bay, where the former masters entered into bargains for work and property rentals with their former slaves. However, the same was not the case for Bordentown, which historically housed the largest concentration of slaves. The former masters wanted to hire as much labor for the lowest wages, in return for the former slaves' continued usage of the homes, whereas the former slaves wanted to keep their houses without obligation to work when they wished for the highest wages. The former slaves would eventually move to East End, clearing the unoccupied land for themselves.
Register. Get your clues. Start your engines. Find the answers. The Rotary Central Gumball Car Rally is back. Exciting questions, exciting answers, exciting prizes for rally car theme, rally preparation, rally spirit, gumball rally accuracy, and more. Same day registration, 11:30 a.m. Start line Cricket Square. Start time 12:30 p.m. Saturday, September 17th. Find Gumball Rally finish line and win. Space is limited. Pre-register now. Only $125 per entry. Up to 4 persons per rally car. Email rotarycentralky@gmail.com. The Rotary Central Gumball Car Rally. A fun event, not a race event. Rotary. All the good you imagine.
Radio Cayman's historical vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. Now open on the sister island, Brack Medical Supplies. Everything from over-the-counter items to home care products such as wheelchairs, crutches, bed pads, adult briefs, and PPE items. Friendly, local, loyal, and long-standing service right in the Brack. Brack Medical Supplies. Call today at 948-2228. Better yet, come see us. We are located right next to the Alexander Hotel.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
The Department of Agriculture would like to advise the community that their warehouse, sales office, and plant nursery on Agricola Drive in Lower Valley will now be open 6 days per week, Monday to Friday, 8:15 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. For more information, call 947-3090 or visit their Facebook or Instagram page at Agriculture Cayman.
Business Buzz. Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. Good morning if you're just joining us. Thank you so much for doing so. In the studio this morning, we have Mr. John Fleming. John is, I just like to say this, John, you're 17 years old.
Yes,
Hope you don't mind.
That's
John
okay.
is the CEO of What's Up Limited. And I want to thank our sponsors this morning before we continue. Cayman Insurance Center, thank you for your sponsorship of the Business Buzz, as well as Cayman Medical Supplies. Thank you, Cayman Medical Supplies. We now have Brack Medical Supplies open, of course, in Cayman Brack. Now, John, this is an online retail service only. Now, how important is it to have a user-friendly website? I've been on it and I love it. You've got recipes, you've got tips and all the good stuff. How important is it for you?
Extremely important. Our website's our main point of sale, so it has to be perfect. During the web building process, I didn't build the website, but I spent a lot of time communicating with the developers just to make sure our website was as smooth as possible. You know, we have the shop page, we have brands, we have the categories, we have recipes that were handwritten, we have workout tips. And it's just, we sort of tried to model a website that you would find in the United States or the UK.
And it's like your brick and mortar storefront, right? When you come in, you got to be impressed.
Yeah, you want something you could be proud of as an owner, and I'm really proud of our website.
And as someone who's going through it, I love it. I have to tell you that. Now, can persons expect to find on your website material, not only the products you carry, but like we said, fitness tips and all that? How often do you update your website, John?
So we do have an articles section on our website, and my background in writing has helped me write.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, for the Real Cayman News, helped me write 25 articles for our website so far. And we'll be updating it with content regularly. If there's any product changes or we have a new line of products, we'll announce it. I have a few recipes that are still in the drafts, so they'll be uploaded soon.
Yeah, I saw one. It was the first one there. Well, I can't remember this morning.
The snack recipes or the breakfast ones.
The breakfast. It was a breakfast one.
Yeah. So it's great. So you could use our whey protein or even the plant protein to a number of recipes. You can mix them into your morning coffee. You can mix them with cookies. It's so versatile.
Yeah, wow. Now, I should have popped some in this coffee this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
No, when, say I have a jar of the vegan, the plant-based protein.
Yeah.
Do I have to keep it in the fridge once it's open, John?
No. So you could keep this in a cool, dry place or just on your shelf. As long as it's closed and it's like properly sealed, it should be fine. So the BCAAs and pre-workout can sometimes get a little bit hard and clumpy just in Cayman just because of the temperature.
Right.
And people get concerned about that. Like I was speaking to somebody a few days ago and they were telling me, oh, I was so concerned when my BCAAs were clumpy. And if you just whisk it in a blender or like hit it with your spoon, it should be fine. The product is unaffected. It's just the natural state of it. Like
the clumping.
Yeah, the clumping.
Maybe they need to put something in it that would...
Yeah, maybe.
Because a lot of products, they do clump.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it? Clump.
But the proteins are fine. It's just sometimes with the pre-workout or the BCAAs.
Okay. That's the least of the problems, you know.
Exactly.
What I mean? It's still in there. The product's
it's still there.
It's still. If I have to take a ham and hack it away, I'll do that.
It's still
just to
great
get it
quality.
going again. You know what I mean? I don't see that as a problem, but some people can be a little picky.
Yeah.
No. Let's talk about the ordering process and how it works once I place an order.
So once you check out, you'll put in your delivery address and you'll click if you want WhatsApp to leave your delivery unattended or if you'll accept it on a Saturday. So we are card only, and we've partnered with CyberSource, which is owned by Visa through Cayman National Bank. So you'll be redirected to a payment processor, and so you pay online. So once paid, you'll be sent a receipt and expect your supplements to be delivered within 3 business days.
I just love that. Love it. Now, what products, John, do you have for weight loss?
Our casein protein is great for weight loss. We spoke about it earlier.
Right.
It's low calorie. It's slowly digested. It keeps you full for a long time. By increasing your lean mass, casein can also help raise your metabolism, which is good for reducing fat. This also applies to whey protein, which can also increase lean mass and increase your metabolism.
And that does not count plant-based, right?
It can. Like, this is still good for your plant protein. To get your protein in.
Okay. Now, what would you say, John, are your most popular items?
Definitely our gold standard whey protein. That's extremely popular. Whenever other retailers get it here, it's sold out within like days. The plant proteins are also a very popular option, especially with ladies. Not necessarily people who are vegetarian, but ladies love the plant protein.
Why do you think they love it?
It might be some misconceptions about whey protein, but the plant protein still...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
The plant protein still offers you 24 grams of protein. Then the creatine powder. This is a big one. So we actually delayed our launch to get this creatine powder in. It's just with the market at the moment, with everything in the world, there's been the shortages. So to be holding a good brand's creatine is a big deal, I think. And we sell this for a decent price as well. And then the branched chain amino acids, they're very popular as well.
Now, which one can I, say if you're vegan and you use the plant-based protein.
Yeah.
Is that the only option for me with regards to the creatine? I mean, nothing else is plant-based.
Well, creatine is suitable for vegans. You just have to check our brand. I think this brand is suitable for vegans.
Okay.
We'll have to get clarification on that.
Okay.
Okay. I will have to get clarification on that one.
Because a lot of people inspecting, like shellfish products or stuff like that,
So
what's in that one? Can you look at it and tell us?
Yeah, it just says creatine.
No, okay.
That's it. The main. But creatine generally is acceptable for vegetarians and vegans, but you just have to check the brand, know your brand.
Okay.
It doesn't have any warning signs, so.
Because you just launched last Friday, John.
Yes.
How is it going?
It's doing really well. We've had a few orders. It's slow in the beginning, as any new business is, but we're building relationships with our customers through our membership program. And the customers we've had have all gotten a membership, and it's just so positive because they're getting an additional 10% off on the membership. And then if you use the code Radio Cayman 10, you can get a 10% off your first order.
Radio Cayman 10.
Radio Cayman 10.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Radio Cayman 10.
10% for your listeners only. 10% off.
Listeners, you hear that? And viewers, of course, on YouTube. 10% off your order.
10% using code Radio Cayman 10
code Radio
at checkout.
Cayman 10. Love it. Thank you, John.
No worries. Thank you.
And we love to have you in the studio. We just love the way you've gone about putting your business out there.
Thank you so much.
Online only, and the way you're operating it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you offer any other products at What's Up that are designed to support overall wellness and even, say, digestive health?
So at the moment, we're really focusing on fitness supplements.
Okay.
Just for our first order, we've really focused on fitness supplements, but we do plan to widen our range to wellness supplements, including vitamins and related products like fish oils.
Mm-hmm.
So we do plan to have those in the near future. So if you aren't interested in the sports supplements, but are interested in the wellness supplements like the vitamins and the fish oils, I would still keep an eye on What's Up because we will have them eventually. It's just at the moment we've really decided to focus on one area of the supplement market, and we decided sports supplements.
Very good. Now, let's get your contact details again out there, John.
Sure. So if you want to get us on WhatsApp, it's 925-5511, or send me an email at info@whatsup.ky. Our website is www.waasupp.ky. And if you contact me with the number or email, I can answer any of your questions in relation to our products and even take product suggestions. We want to create a community in Cayman. We want to create we're a business. Obviously, we are a business, but we also want to create a community where our customers feel like they could come to us with any questions about our products before they order, and they can suggest, certain products. If they have a particular line of plant protein that tastes way better than this, and they want to suggest it, and people seem to like it, well, we'll put it on.
Awesome. What is one of the best pieces of nutritional advice, John, that you would give to our listeners this morning?
Stay active.
Stay active.
Find an exercise that you enjoy, because if you if you want to get into running, but you find you really, even after sticking at it for a few months, because you might not necessarily enjoy running in the beginning, but if you find that you enjoy it, we'll stick with it. But if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to be able to commit yourself to that exercise. And then just have a healthy diet. Like, you can obviously splurge on the weekends, but don't go overboard on the weekends, because if you have a healthy diet Monday to Friday and you absolutely let it rip on the weekends, you've just undone all of your work from Monday to Friday.
Exactly. I agree. Well, John, I want to say thank you so much. Thanks for the decaf coffee.
No worries. Thank you so much for having me. Really
I'm always crying about somebody not bringing me coffee, and you hit the spot this morning.
Thank you so much.
You hit code 2, Radio Cayman Gratefulness. John, you got 5 seconds to recap what's going on with What's Up.
So we're a fitness and lifestyle supplements brand, our business. You can buy top brands such as Optimum Nutrition and Bsn. If you go to our website, waasup.ky, use the code Radio Cayman 10 for 10% off your first purchase.
Did you make that up while you were sitting here, John?
Nope, on the website. Did it yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
I love it.
It's been active since yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
It's active for the next 2 weeks for your listeners and viewers.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Mr. John Fleming, 17 years old, and he is the CEO of What's Up Limited. What's up, John?
What's up?
Thank you so much, and we'll love to have you back when you're home in the summer. December. Christmas, to see how it's working out for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. To the news.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
All right, class, pay attention. School is back in session, and it's time to get back to school ready with Foster's.
Foster's is embracing school spirit with all the essentials like backpacks, stationery, lunch kits, and more.
And online, treat yourself to our useful back-to-school lunch ideas at livewell.fosters.ky to turn fresh and healthy into full focused.
And any parents hoping to spend more time at home, there's always fresh delivery from Foster's Go.
Think you got all of that? We'll test you on it later.
Get ready for a great fresh start with Foster's.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The annual Cayman Islands Healthcare Conference takes place in October this year. The Ritz-Carlton Grand Cayman returning to its 3-day format after 2 years of virtual and in-person hybrid meetings due to COVID-19. As in pre-pandemic years, there will be presentations and panels featuring both local and international healthcare professionals, as well as exhibitors from healthcare-related organizations and various charities. The theme for 2022 is Your Health, Promotion, Prevention, and Positive Intervention, and will focus on non-communicable diseases, which are not infectious health conditions that last for a long period of time. They're also known as chronic diseases. In addition, one half day during the conference will be dedicated specifically to mental health. Registration will open in September. The event is free and open to the public. Coral conservation in the overseas territories is a hot topic on the environment front in Cayman this week. Radio Cayman's April Cummings explains.
3 days of focus on a major threat to coral as people from around the region and beyond come to Cayman for the Seacot workshop on management of stony coral tissue loss disease. The Premier and Sustainability Minister, Honorable Wayne Panton, will provide opening remarks. Along with a roundtable, the workshops will also include technical sessions on subjects such as monitoring disease treatment efforts, survey monitoring and design, data analysis of coral treatment monitoring, and fieldwork planning. Over the course of the workshop, subjects such as imagery processing, collecting data, and using probiotics as a treatment are all on the agenda. The workshop culminates with a session on response planning. On Wednesday evening, participants will attend Coral Fest from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Governor's Ballroom A at the Westin, providing an opportunity to share their insight and knowledge with the public. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
Both the workshop and Coral Fest will focus heavily on stony coral tissue loss disease, which is killing reefs across the region. And later this month, the Health Services Authority will hold a pop-up pediatric vaccine clinic at Camana Bay's Arts and Recreation Center. Kids can be brought into the clinic for their vaccine dose from 5 to 7 p.m. on August 30th. For details on who is eligible, you can head to hsa.ky/coronavirus. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Jerry Smith. The FBI has raided the Florida home of the former U.S. President Donald Trump in an unprecedented step. Mr. Trump, who was not at Mar-a-Lago at the time, said the compound had been occupied by a large number of agents who'd broken into his safe. The raid is believed to relate to boxes of documents taken from Washington when Mr. Trump left office last year. The funeral has been taking place in the occupied West Bank of the Palestinian militant Ibrahim Nabulsi, hours after he was killed by the Israeli military in Nablus. The local leader of the militant group, the Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade, is accused by the Israelis of shooting attacks. Torrential rain in South Korea has flooded the capital, Seoul, killing at least 8 people. Videos show cars submerged and people wading through water up to their waists. Across Kenya, voters are choosing a new president to succeed Uhuru Kenyatta, whose second and final 5-year term is drawing to a close. Most polls predict a tight race between the former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, and the Vice President, William Ruto. Suspected Islamist militants in Mali have shot dead 17 soldiers and 4 civilians near the town of Tassit in the southeast of the country. The army said the gunmen were likely to be from the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara. A popular Pakistani television station has been taken off air in many parts of the country, accused of airing seditious content. The ARY News Channel is one of Pakistan's biggest private TV networks and has long supported the former Prime Minister Imran Khan. The Japanese fashion designer Issey Miyake has died of cancer at the age of 84. Issey Miyake was known for high-tech, simple, comfortable clothes that broke the boundaries between East and West. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Bordentown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin, or the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Bordentown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Excuse me, I noticed you from afar.
Really? Me?
Well, not you. The KFC sandwich you're eating?
Oh, Zinger.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be funny.
No, it's called the Zinger Sandwich. Crunchy, juicy, 100% chicken breast, crisp lettuce, sweet mayo on a seeded bun with a little zing. KFC's chicken is not factory breaded, frozen and refried like the Burger Boys. Customize your KFC Zinger and dip it in barbecue sauce.
Wow, now I'm starting to notice you too.
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Good morning, everyone. Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I see we have just about everyone, and of course Tom drops off, as per usual. Let's just wait a minute here. He always comes right back, and we're almost ready, and... oh, whoever's dog that is, please go on mute. Why won't it let me share my screen? Okay, looks like we're ready to start.
We're like a video conference with no technical issues. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 84 degrees. Relative humidity is 87%. The barometric pressure is 29.97 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east-southeast at 6 knots. Overnight low temperature was 81 degrees. Synopsis indicate cloudiness and showers over the Cayman area associated with the tropical wave moving west at 15 knots, which will linger through later tonight with a general decrease thereafter as the tropical wave moves over the Western Caribbean. Radar images show scattered showers in and around the Cayman area moving west. Now the forecast for today calling for cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms, and showers will be locally heavy at times, leading to possible flooding of low-lying areas. Temperatures today will reach the upper 80s. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts in and around heavy showers, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Forecast for tonight pretty much the same, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder, and temperatures falling to the mid-70s tonight. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Low tide will be this afternoon at 1:34, high tide tonight at 8:23. The sun will set this evening at 6:55 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6 minutes after 6. And the outlook is calling for partly cloudy skies along with moderate easterly winds and seas from tomorrow afternoon through to Thursday morning. That's the very latest on your weather report.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Head east on Cove Road. Sharp left on Church Street. Sharper left. No, your other left. Did I say left? Nope, you missed it. Okay, I'm lost.
With money-saving bundling options for home and motor, we're like a GPS that doesn't steer you wrong. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Let's stop and ask for directions.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by On-Course Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. On-Course Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Achieving your goals is a very rewarding feeling, but at times can feel very frustrating, especially if and when we miss our target. As you approach your goals in life, set yourself up for success.
When setting your goals, keep it positive. The human brain does not work very well in the negative. If told not to think about pink elephants, most people's brains go straight to a pink elephant. When setting goals, focus on what you're going to do rather than what you are not going to do. For example, instead of saying to yourself not to go on Facebook, say to yourself that you will study more.
Change your thinking and change your life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by On-Course Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. On-Course Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. On-Course Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. On-Course Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Top of the morning too. Let's take a look at what's happening traffic-wise. Shamrock Road and Rex Crichton Boulevard traffic is steady but flowing, and a little busier traffic heading to Georgetown on Cool Road, and eastbound traffic on Cool Road is moving on moderately. Coming from the West Bay 4-way stop, moderate flow of traffic, as well as on Godfrey Nixon Way heading towards the traffic lights, on Eastern Avenue as well, and a little busy traffic coming off of the Linford Pearson Highway on Agnes Way, and traffic is steady coming off of Bobby Thompson Way, slight delays expected. Let's move to downtown Georgetown on Edward Street, moving on pretty good, as well as on Shedden Road, moderate flow of traffic. And that's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again. At about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock, we'll give you another traffic report. Remember, click it or ticket.
Subway is giving you flavor around the clock with the new Chicken Squad sandwich options. Try the classic chicken and bacon ranch, the sweet and savory barbecue chicken, or the chicken cordon bleu. 3 new appetizing and delicious sub options that you can also make into a wrap. The Chicken Squad is available at Subway for only a limited time. Subway, giving you something to cluck about.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Business Boss. Business Boss with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. It's 15 minutes on the clock, 50 minutes after 8 o'clock. And this is our second and final segment of the Business Buzz this morning. This morning we're all artsy. We go from lifestyle supplements to the arts. We have in the studio joining us is Mr. Donovan Kellyman. He's the owner / director of Parcel 110. Good morning, Donovan.
Good morning, Anita.
I've been racking my brain trying to remember when you came in and we had a discussion. Susan says 2021. Thank you, Susan. I knew it was just last year. Yeah, last year. And it was like deja vu, sitting right across me. But good morning. Good to have you in the studio this morning, Donovan.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And you didn't have to bring coffee this morning.
No.
John brought, so you got off the hook. So this morning we'll put in the focus on Parcel 110. And we're not talking about a piece of land, are we?
We are not talking about a piece of land, although a little bit we are.
Right. Parcel 110 to be exact.
Parcel 110 to be exact. So Parcel 110 is an arts and culture center in downtown Georgetown. We provide physical space for creatives to study, to practice, to perform, and to exhibit. We're also a community of creative individuals, not just here in Cayman, but globally. So we support the amplification of Caymanian creativity across the globe. And we work with Caymanian artists and musicians and writers and poets and all sorts of creative individuals who live and practice and study across Europe, the Middle East, Africa, the United States and Canada, etc.
And John, you're another young Caymanian. I mean, my gosh. You're a little bit older than John, who we had in the first segment. I'm not going to ask your age. But you're pretty much not as young, but you're very young Caymanian. And this is your own business. Why did you think about opening, what's the thoughts behind opening Parcel 110?
So my brother and I are the partners at Parcel 110, the business partners. Parcel 110 is part of it is a bit of an accident.
Okay.
Right. We were very interested in the revitalization of Georgetown, and Parcel 110, of course, is an anchor of that creative revitalization. We bring tons of life to Georgetown at all hours of the day and night. But we were interested in doing that and wanted to get our foot in the door, so we had an opportunity to acquire locked-in the escape rooms that existed downtown. And so we did that and began renovating that space to make it more useful, and completed the renovations on the 1st of March 2020. And then had to close
just before COVID-19.
So we had to close on the 12th of March 2020, never to reopen that location again after all those renovations. But we then began to look, when it became clear that Cayman was opening up, at least internally, we began to look for a new location. We insisted we wanted to still be downtown in the heart of Georgetown, and found this space, massive space, in the center of Georgetown that had been unoccupied for a decade. And so that's one part of it. By accident, we stumbled on this location. But we also come from a family that appreciates the arts very much. Growing up, we didn't have we had an art room, as opposed to a playroom or a TV room.
Okay.
And so this is something that we had wanted to do. Weren't sure how we'd find a way to do it, but we stumbled on the space. We had a business that needed a new location, but certainly couldn't use all the space. And it was very conducive to creating an art space, like an urban art space that the community could access. So that's what we began to do.
So you took that room that you grew up with and made it into a business.
And made it into
basically.
Yes. Social enterprise.
Social enterprise. I absolutely love it. No, Donovan, Parcel 110. What's the block? What's the block number?
It's OPY 110.
OPY 110. You didn't think I'll ask you that, right?
No.
OPY. I did real estate for a while, so block and parcel was, I slept, dreamt, and ate
parcel month numbers.
Right.
It's actually the original Royal Bank of Canada building
right.
in Cayman. So when we're renovating it, we've exposed all the beams, and some of the beams still have the stamp from the port in Kingston,
nice.
1959, 1960, when they were being shipped to Cayman to build that building.
Wow. I've had Parcel 110 on Business Buzz before, and I'm very embarrassed to say I have not visited the location.
You should be.
I am, rightfully so, and I'll make public mention of it. So, now, what is the long-term goal of Parcel 110? Now that you've got your location, you've done the renovation, you've got your folks in there, you've got your spaces. What is the long-term goal?
So our long-term goal is to continue to support the arts in the Cayman Islands. There is relatively little support for a lot of the creative individuals in Cayman. There's almost no public funding for the arts, which is unfortunate, and something that I'm sure we'll work on over time. But Cayman has been a place where we've always encouraged our young people to become lawyers or accountants or go into banking, which is wonderful because those are great careers. But there
great
are
paying careers.
Don't
forget that, right?
But there are numerous careers available in the arts, and that's something we want to support. We support Caymanian creative businesses to thrive. So most of our clients are businesses, but we also want to continue to provide opportunities for people to create, because when they say if something doesn't grow and evolve, it dies. That's right. And that speaks to culture as well. So if we want Caymanian culture to continue to evolve and to thrive, it requires creative spaces. It requires artists and poets and writers and storytellers. It requires painters and sculptors and filmmakers and photographers. All of those people are incredibly important to creating a thriving and evolving culture.
And you talk about funding, Donovan. How you've got the mic. I mean, what can you put out there this morning for those who might be responsible for any type of funding for the arts and culture in the Cayman Islands?
Well, I'd love to see much more in terms of arts and culture funding, and I'll give you a couple of examples of where it became clear to me that we're a little bit deficient in that department. We have been working with overseas organizations for the last 2 years to develop international programs that can bring artists and creatives here to Cayman, and that can give opportunities for Caymanian creatives and artists to go overseas and have an exchange of ideas. In June, we finally made an agreement with Kingston Creative, which is an organization very much like us in Jamaica. But unfortunately, because there's no funding for the arts in Cayman, Jamaica is funding that entire project.
Our exchange
project, because Cayman doesn't have funding for it. So Jamaica is paying for their artists to come here and to explore and create in this environment, and also for Caymanian artists to go to Jamaica. But there's no local funding for that. I sat at a round table with the Global Cultural Districts Network a couple of months ago to discuss the challenges our organizations have globally. And they are shocked whenever, they ask us what our funding model is. And when I say, well, we can't really get public funding doesn't really exist like that. Because it's
I have no
idea to them that there's no access to public funding, or very little. Not that there's none, but relatively little. And so that's always a constant issue for us as an arts organization. Like I say, we're a social enterprise.
Artists have to raise their own funds.
As an enterprise, social enterprise. Obviously, we've created ourselves to be sustainable. So that we shouldn't need to depend on public funds.
Right.
But if we want to expand our programming and expand access, it does require some form of financial support, not necessarily from government or from the community. There are so many Caymanians, dozens of Caymanians, who are wonderful musicians and artists and singers and rappers and poets and writers, but they have to live overseas. They have to live overseas in order to live and practice. If you're in Cayman and you're a musician, or you're a singer or you're a rapper, you have to worry about where your next meal will come from. So we have dozens of Caymanians who live in the UK, in Germany, in Spain, in France, in the Middle East, because in all of those places, you are supported as an artist so that you can create and develop the arts without needing to worry about where your next meal is coming from.
No, I didn't know that. Now, say if you're living in Spain and you're an artist and you're developing your craft, you continue to develop your craft, you're not from that location. You're not. Do they still fund you?
They will still support you.
Oh.
Actually, during COVID, Ireland made this Irish state ensured that salaries went to artists, musicians, creatives, so that they could continue to create throughout COVID. A lot of creatives, they depend on a gig economy, right? If you're a musician, you depend on getting a gig at this restaurant and this hotel and this house to make a living. But during COVID lockdown, we didn't have any of those spaces.
Right.
And so the Irish state made sure that those people could still survive. And of course, there was lots of support and generous support.
But our musicians and artists get a stipend from?
No, unfortunately. Many of them then were able to access it because they worked elsewhere in the tourism industry. But if you were a full-time musician or a full-time artist, that wasn't available to you.
Oh, okay. Because I thought they had they got a stipend. No, okay. You got to do some research here, Donovan.
Yes.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. This is our second and final segment of the Buzz this morning. We're speaking to Mr. Donovan Kellerman. He is the owner/director of Parcel 110, which is located on the third floor of the Royal Plaza building on Cardinal Avenue, what we call the Royal Bank building. Yes. Now, Donovan, since opening, what types of events have taken place at Parcel 110?
So we have a number of events that are really interesting. On a weekly basis, we have a great music and performance program called Words and Rhythm. So every Wednesday...
Words and Rhythm. Let me write this down. Let me write this down. Okay. Every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday from 7 o'clock, we have, I think what's Cayman's best peer-to-peer open mic night. So it's an open mic night always hosted by a new local musician or artist, and gives people the opportunity to perform new words, new sounds, new rhythms. It's really amazing to see it develop sometimes, because someone will come up and have a new song and will ask, what should I do? And somebody will say, it'd be great if it was accompanied by acoustic guitar. I have a guitar with me. Let me jump up and accompany you. Let's try it again, kind of thing, which is amazing. From that, we've developed our own in-house band called Studio 5. So Studio 5 performs every other Monday, but soon to be every Monday at Parcel 110. And they also have gigs all across Grand Cayman. We have live music on Fridays as well for happy hour with our resident musician, Johan Fitzgerald. And we support, at this point, about 80 musicians and singers in Cayman. We provide space for musicians to rehearse free of cost.
Nice.
We've subsidized that.
Do they have to bring their own instruments?
They have to bring their own instruments and equipment. Okay. Although at some point, hopefully, we'll fundraise and be able to purchase some of our own equipment, because lugging those things around sometimes is not easy. So we do that. We also have a town hall discussion series called Studio Notes. So it's worked out.
Busy.
Yeah,
you're busy, man.
Once a month or so, we have a town hall discussion that's topics that are important to the Cayman community and that are relevant. So we've discussed reproductive rights in Cayman. We've discussed the contribution of LGBTQ people to arts and culture in the Caribbean. We've discussed renewable energy in Cayman. We've discussed the creation of a creative city in downtown Georgetown. So we've discussed the political relevance of reggae. So kind of runs the gamut, but we have those discussions. We also support a mental health series called After Dark, which we do in partnership with Infinite Mind Care. So once a month on a Tuesday, we have a discussion that's important to the mental health of our community. Some workshops. We do workshops on all sorts of mental health issues with Infinite Mind Care and DNA introspection. We also film once a month. We do film screenings, so art house films and art house documentaries from Parcel 110. And hopefully when we finish our second floor and have opened out our Black Box Theatre for Performance Arts, we'll be able to have additional screening facilities there.
Wow. And all that in one breath. Now, Donovan, this must be an expensive venture for you.
Very expensive. Very expensive.
And you're a nonprofit.
We are in the process of becoming a nonprofit,
okay.
Yes.
So in the meantime, if you don't mind, how are you funding Parcel 110?
Well, a lot of this has been a community effort. All of the quote-unquote residents in our space, so all of the artists or creative businesses that occupy studios at Parcel 110, of course, pay rent for that. It's a heavily subsidized rent, below market value, to make sure that a wide variety of our artistic community can access it. We also have the space for private venue hire, which is our main source of income. So that private venue hire, when people, use our space for their baby shower or their corporate retreat or their family day out, that actually goes back into funding the arts. We're fully liquor licensed, so we have a bar there that can also serve private events. And we work with local caterers, and soon, hopefully, to have our own in-house food and beverage options.
Very nice. We'll learn more about Parcel 110 after our quick break. Good morning if you're just joining us. You're listening to the Business Buzz. Anita in the company of Mr. Donovan Kellyman, who is the owner-director of Parcel 110. Quick break. When we come back, we'll continue.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
The Department of Environmental Health would like to advise Cayman Brac residents that due to elevated seasonal temperatures, garbage collection services will now start at 4 a.m. during July and August. To avoid missed collections, please place your garbage in the enclosure a night before your scheduled pickup. For more information, contact the DEH office in Cayman Brac at 948-2321.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
We're speaking with the owner of Parcel 110, Donovan Kellyman. Donovan, good morning again.
Good morning.
It's really good to have you in the studio. We're learning more about Parcel 110. And I make a solemn promise that I'll visit. I love the sound of words and rhythm
I'll hold you to
Wednesday
that.
night.
I'll hold you to that.
Yes, please do. I like public, what's the word? I don't know, responsibility?
There you go.
No,
civic responsibility.
Civic responsibility. No, you've had the show, what's it? Songs of Freedom.
Yes.
The exhibition, Songs of Freedom.
Yes. So
it's being showcased as we speak.
Correct.
On Parcel 110.
Correct.
When does that exhibition end?
So that exhibition is open until the 22nd of September.
22nd. It's a long time.
It's a long time. And actually, our main reception for that exhibition is on the 11th. That's this week. Of course, the public is entirely invited to come out at 6:30 on the 11th to Parcel 110 to celebrate Songs of Freedom. Songs of Freedom is an exhibition which explores emancipation and personal freedom. And freedom from slavery. And so that has been important and very topical discussion that artists are having now. In our space at the moment, we have other exhibitions going on. So we also have Wake the Town. Wake the Town is an exhibition of 13 artists.
What's that again?
Wake the Town.
Oh, Wake the Town.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an exhibition of 13 artists that are exploring the city of Georgetown and what it means to the people of the Cayman Islands.
That is awesome. That's part of the revitalization.
Yes. I hope that's what we're spurring on.
Revitalization process.
That discussion about what the city of Georgetown means.
I can't
to
wait
us.
to see what Cardinal Avenue will look like.
Oh, I can't wait either. I'm looking forward to it.
And you're right there on Cardinal.
We're right there.
So were you the brainchild behind all of this? No, I'm just
not
kidding.
at all.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Donovan. No. Do you know when that will be all opened and ready for the public to come through there?
The street?
Mm-hmm.
So that should be completed this year.
Okay.
It should be completed in the autumn this year.
I mean, I think you would know you're in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And you're all part of the revitalization plans.
Yeah, the revitalization initiative is an amazing initiative. I know they're doing a lot of work.
I just
they have
love the
amazing
idea.
plans. So we're really looking forward to all the things that they bring to the Central Business District.
No, I mean, I remember back in the days when you just used to look forward to go downtown when they had Senior Frogs and some of the restaurants on the other side. You know, those were the good old days. I'm glad to see that the good old days are coming back. Yeah.
And coming back in a creative way. There are so many more creative businesses downtown than there were before. Lots of individual artists have opened new studios. Businesses like Art Nest Cayman have created new studios downtown as well for arts education. There are a number of stores downtown that sell now souvenirs and actually locally made, locally produced handicrafts. So there are so many opportunities. We are also looking at muralizing our building so that the entire building becomes a piece of art in the center of Georgetown.
You know, I was thinking about that. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Front and back.
Front, back, side.
We don't have much to side, right? But that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Now, are you open during the day, or what's your opening hours look like?
Yes, so we're open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. But obviously there are days when we go much later to accommodate events. So when you come for Words and Rhythm on a Wednesday, last week Wednesday we were there till about 1:30 in the morning.
Are you kidding me?
No.
What?
So we had wonderful Words and Rhythm, some great vibes. It was a soca themed Words and Rhythm, and then the poets began, and when the poets start, the discussion starts. They always find ways to make people uncomfortable, to make people think. And so by the end of the night, we're having a huge discussion about, actually that's why we're having, part of our theme for this period, we ended up having a discussion about emancipation in the Cayman Islands and about Long Celia.
Long Celia.
And so that was...
it's good stuff.
Sometimes, that's how Words and Rhythm develops. And you end the night with a serious, important discussion about the future of this country.
You leave there, you can't go to sleep.
No.
You're all hyped up.
All hyped up.
Take a long time to wind down to go to bed, especially if you have to come to work next day. I'm just joking. Fine.
You might as well stay up.
Business buzz,
You might as well stay up.
Stay up and just come straight into work. No, Donovan, this is important for art to continue to thrive, to live. Do you do any type of what artistic talent do you have? I'm putting you out there.
I have none.
I can't believe that because especially since your mom she had an art room for you and your brother.
I appreciate art very much, art and music. Played a few instruments in school.
What instrument did you play?
I played saxophone, trombone, clarinet, all sorts of things.
But it's a talent that you don't ever lose.
You don't, well...
I'm pretty sure once you
if I
pick
had
up a
the
clarinet...
talent, I wouldn't lose it. But I think my talent lies more in supporting other people to create.
But that's phenomenal as well.
Never happier than when I'm enjoying the music or the creations of Caymanian artists.
Now, going back to the exhibition, Songs of Freedom, how many artists do you have featured for that exhibition?
There are 4 artists in that exhibition.
4. Okay.
We have Lorna Reed, Philip Haynes, Donovan Sewell, and June South Robinson.
Boy, Lorna gets around with her craft. She's a dancer. I'm pretty sure she sings. And now she's an artist.
Yeah, and I think Parcel 110 actually encourages people to kind of jump over different genres of art.
Oh, she's a dancer too. Did I say dancer?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So we'll have people that come into this space as as a visual artist, and they need a studio to paint. But because they're in a community of all sorts of creatives, they might hear words and rhythm happening down the hall and wander down the hall, and before you know it, they're singing as well. And then they go downstairs and they're like, oh, there are dancers here. Maybe I'll try that too. So there's lots of creativity going on. Right now we have Art Nest is running their summer pottery camp, their ceramics camp. So they're downstairs on our second floor with all of the pottery wheels. And anyone who passes can see them in action.
Oh, okay.
And so we have people passing going, oh, actually, I'd like to try that out. I'd like to test it out.
So this is camp for children, summer camp for the children?
Yes, the Art Nest is running.
Okay. What age group are you looking at?
That's for teens.
Oh, for teens.
Yes.
Okay. And is it a full class?
It is half a day. They're there until about 1 o'clock every day.
From early morning?
From early morning. From 8:30, I think.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, what is the importance, would you say, Donovan? What is the importance of creativity and the role that artists play in any society?
Artists are incredibly important because they do 2 things. First, they reflect our society back to us. So through the music and the paintings and the sculpture and the writing, you see the society, right? And part of that is making us uncomfortable because it also shows us the bits of society we tend to not want to talk about or think about.
True.
Which is why discussions at Words and Rhythm can become really, really deep discussions about, characters like Long Celia, or events in our history, or the events in our present day. But also they're important for encouraging the development of our culture. Like I mentioned before, culture isn't static, and often in Cayman we confuse culture and heritage. They're wonderful bits of our heritage, that are important to remember, but they're not part of our culture today. Because our culture is how we live on a day-to-day basis, right? It's how we express ourselves. And Caymanian artists express themselves in such a variety of ways. So when you think about Caymanian art isn't just a beautiful painting, an oceanscape with a catboat in it, right? Although that's part of it. Caymanian art is also or breadfruit tree or something like that. Caymanian art is also experimental. It's also subversive. It's also sometimes things that people don't like, but that are important because it makes you think.
Yeah. Now, since I've been doing the Business Buzz, Donovan, we've had a lot of expats who come on the show, and artists especially, and writers and stuff like that. And so the culture is getting a little bit mixed. How is that working out? How do you see that?
I think that's very important because I think Cayman actually, and not just recently, has always been a society that travels, that sees overseas. I think we were probably the first people in the Caribbean to encounter many corners of the world because of our seafaring history. And so we've always been a people that absorb bits of other cultures, and that's important. We have, I think, in the community we've created at Parcel 110, we've created an opportunity for international artists as well as our own artists to have a conversation. So artists tend to work in their silo. You know, they have a studio in their back garden or in their house, and that's where they work, and they don't really see other artists. So it's important to have spaces like Parcel 110, so that if you're an artist and you're new to Cayman, that you enter an artistic community that includes Caymanians, so that they begin to influence your work and inform your work. And equally for Caymanians to encounter each other as artists, and to encounter new arrivals to Cayman as artists, informs their work. And so you'll watch an artist create a body of work before they come to Parcel 110, and what they create as they're coming through Parcel 110. You can start to see those changes, and I think that's important. That's how you develop a cohesive society, people that have conversations with each other.
You make me want to start painting there. No. That will never happen. Like you not playing music. No. Okay.
When you come to Words and Rhythm on Wednesday, we'll see.
We'll see about that. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Mr. Donovan Kellerman, owner/director of Parcel 110. Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Back to school. Education is knowing the best back-to-school specials are at Reflections. Step into savings with up to 50% off selected footwear brands. Buy 1 pair and get the second pair of back-to-school shoes at 25% off. Save 50% off on all U.S. Polo handbags and backpacks. Ladies, don't miss the amazing daily deals in the clearance section on special selected women's fashions. Keep it classic with Levi jeans in a wide variety of styles and sizes from 28 to 48. And for the freshest gear, check out the new stock of Nike, Puma, Adidas, Johnny Cotton, and more. The best back-to-school savings are at Reflections. Find them on Shedden Road beside the Mango Tree. Open daily from 9 a.m. till after dark.
We'll be the coolest kids in school.
Are you an aspiring journalist or university graduate interested in a career in journalism or broadcasting? Then the Ministry of Tourism and Transport's Shadow a Journalist essay competition is for you. Contest winners will get the chance to shadow international journalists covering the CTO conference and Caribbean Aviation Day at the Ritz-Carlton from the 12th to the 15th of September. Submit your essay by August 21st to enter. For full competition details, log on to gov.ky or email pr.mott@gov.ky.
Register. Get your clues. Start your engines. Find the answers. The Rotary Central Gumball Car Rally is back. Exciting questions, exciting answers, exciting prizes for rally car theme, rally preparation, rally spirit, gumball rally accuracy, and more. Same day registration, 11:30 a.m. Start line Cricket Square. Start time 12:30 p.m. Saturday, September 17th. Find Gumball Rally finish line and win. Space is limited. Pre-register now. Only $125 per entry. Up to 4 persons per rally car. Email rotarycentralky@gmail.com. The Rotary Central Gumball Car Rally. A fun event, not a race event. Rotary. All the good you imagine.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, healthy and hearty discussion here with Mr. Donovan Kellerman, owner of Parcel 110. Donovan, what kind of feedback have you been receiving pertaining to your spaces at Parcel 110 and all the happenings, everything that'll go on?
All the feedback has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The creative community loves it. And we're so
sure.
happy that there's been such a huge buy-in from the creative community. We work really closely with over 80 musicians in Cayman who perform in the space, who rehearse in the space, who store equipment in the space. We need more storage room.
Storage.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We work with over 200 visual artists that have either exhibited on our walls. Our 20th Songs of Freedom is our 20th exhibition since we opened.
Wow. And you've only been open
2 years.
2 years. Wow. It's amazing.
So that's our 20th exhibition, but we also work with, of course, artists, Caymanian artists who live all across the globe. We probably work with another 100 creatives of other sorts, photographers, filmmakers, writers, poets, etc. Fashion designers, makeup artists, all sorts of Caymanians doing amazing creative things. We have a great relationship with the other arts institutions in Cayman. So the Cayman National Cultural Foundation, some of their employees are actually artists who are exhibiting in one of our spaces right now under Talking to Hazel as a dancer and a filmmaker. Nicole Durant.
Talking to Hazel is what?
Talking to Hazel is another exhibition that we have going on in the space right now. It's audio-visual.
At first I thought you were talking to Hazel.
No.
Oh, it's
Talking to Hazel is the name of the exhibition.
Okay. Yeah. I'm slow.
So the feedback from the creative community has been fantastic, and the support has been fantastic. We have also slowly been getting out into the wider Cayman community, and everyone that comes to Parcel 110, they enjoy the space because it's very different from what you'd expect in the Cayman Islands, and different from any other space that exists in Cayman right now. So it's a space that people are drawn to, and we love that. And hopefully we'll be able to continue creating that space and creating in that space for a very, very long time.
Donovan, you're very young, so you might not remember the days of Visual Arts Society.
So I would argue that maybe I'm not as young as you say I am. But the Visual Arts Society is also a group that has been present at Parcel 110. Some key members of the Visual Arts Society. Do they have their own
space right now?
They operate out of a space at Pedro Castle.
Okay.
Right. So they were open for Cayman Art Week, for example, which was a huge week for Parcel 110 as well.
Wow.
But we have a really great relationship with all the arts organizations in Cayman. The National Gallery often refers people to us. We've had some of our emerging young Caymanian artists who spend some time developing in Parcel 110, who have exhibitions in Parcel 110, and one or two of their pieces has been eyed by someone, and we've had a piece that has ended up in the Cayman Islands Biennial from a brand new emerging young Caymanian. So we love to see that, and that interplay is amazing. And of course, we've had a lot of interest from corporate groups to host events, from other creators to host business launches, to host album launches. We're becoming a place where people want to host, their engagement parties and their. That's been really wonderful to see.
It sounds as though you'll have to subdivide Parcel 110.
Yep. If we could make the building bigger, we absolutely would.
So you have all this creative space, Donovan. How does it work exactly? See, if I want a creative space to do what? To make macrame baskets.
There we go. So,
can I do it for an hour? Can I rent space for, say, maybe one day? How does that work?
Absolutely. So our studio space, although we are significantly oversubscribed at the moment in terms of studio space, we have it available to rent for an hour or for a half a day or for a day or for an entire year, based on the needs of a creative or creative business. We have 5 studios in the classroom on our 3rd floor. We are in the process, we're raising funds to complete our 2nd floor, and that will add an additional 7 studios, an additional recording space. So we record 4 or 5 podcasts every week from Parcel 110, and we'd like to record more and support recording artists more, and an additional classroom. So we're raising funds to complete that space now, as well as a black box theater for performance arts and a dance studio.
There's a lot going on there. Now, can, say, the corporate, say, businesses, can they sponsor a space?
They can. So a corporate organization or a family or an individual for as little as $300 can sponsor something. So, for example, the Words and Rhythm program, we ensure that artists are paid and paid fairly for their work. But obviously that program doesn't actually generate a huge amount of income. So you can sponsor Words and Rhythm for 1 week or for 1 month or for 6 months for as little as $300 a week. And that makes sure that there's an artist that is paid. We also have our in-residence program. So our artist in residence or a musician in residence, those are Caymanian individuals who are incredibly talented and would love to spend more time developing their technical skills in terms of their craft. And we make sure that we fund one so that we give them a basic income each month so that they can spend their full time working in music or working in art. Because as I said, in Cayman, we don't have a program where they can just create, right? So we want to make sure that they can actually focus on their craft and create a career out of their art.
How soon you're saying that pub will have funding for our artists? How soon?
How soon? Well, if it was up to me, we'd have funding last week. But we're accessing in other ways. So, for example, Arts Council funding in the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is amazing for creating funding opportunities for the arts. And we work with a lot of Caymanians who live and study in the United Kingdom. So we're in the process also of creating an organization in the United Kingdom, a Parcel 110 UK, that can apply for arts funding in the UK and support Caymanians who are over there and creating. We've also recently traveled to the Bahamas, and we've had someone commit a building on East Bay Street in downtown Nassau because the Bahamians are really interested in creating something like Parcel 110 in downtown Nassau as a way to regenerate, their capital city. So there's a lot of interest globally, which is great, and funding coming from different places globally. I think as the Caymanian creative community becomes more cohesive here in Cayman, then our private sector and our public sector will also see that it is something that requires and deserves as much public funding as every other part of our society.
So is Parcel 10, Donovan, unique in that this is something you came up with, or you've seen this somewhere else in some other part of the world?
I would say Parcel 110 is unique because, we develop very organically, right? So we are only as unique as the creatives that are there, right? So every cohort of creative that comes through brings a new flavor, a new vibe, which is amazing. But we have had inspiration from all over the place, and you'll see that reflected in our space because we have spent time in London and New York and Hong Kong and Mumbai, and those amazing spaces that we see there that foster artistry in those places. That's what we wanted to bring to Cayman.
Nice. Looking forward to that. Donovan, I want to say congratulations and good luck on every single venture that you put your hands on. Now, if anyone needs more information on Parcel 110, spit it out.
Yeah. So if you're interested in supporting us financially or in attending Words and Rhythm or in seeing the exhibitions, whatever you'd like to do, book a space, you can give us a phone call on 525-8820. We're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, or send us an email, info@parcel110.ky.
Okay, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, Monday to...
Right back to
Monday. John, thank you. John. Oh, gosh, I'm thinking John. Donovan, thank you so much. We appreciate you being in the studio, telling us all about the revitalization of the Georgetown area. I can't wait for all this to be nighttime. You can go through Georgetown and it's happening. I live all the way in Savannah. So maybe Parcel 110 will move into Savannah at some time on a smaller scale.
Maybe.
You never
You never know.
After Georgetown.
After Georgetown.
You just can't leave us out like that. No, I'm not coming back to Georgetown, Susan. Susan say, come back. No. Well, the people are wrong. They say West Bay area, all the, but, you know what? But we need our little space, too. We need our little art nest, our little cozy spot, Parcel 110.
Absolutely.
You know, Savannah Parcel 110. Parcel 110, Savannah. Thank you so much, Donovan. Appreciate it. And good luck.
You're welcome. And thanks for having us again.
You're very welcome. Thanks to our sponsors as well, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies. And we want to thank John Fleming, CEO of What's Up Limited, who was in our first segment this morning. Make sure you get online and order your protein, your whey protein, and your lifestyle and the WhatsApp, Susan, remind me, thank you for that. It's WAA space SUPP. If you go, if you're looking for it online, it's WAASUPP.KY, and their telephone 925-5511 and Parcel 110 525-8820. Thanks, Susan, for getting us on the air here. I want to thank Radio Cayman for the Business Buzz. We love to support local businesses. In the meantime, please stay safe. We'll bring you another Business Buzz on Thursday, August 11th. Meantime, from me, Anita Can, goodbye.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
Follow Radio Cayman on Twitter. All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Follow us at twitter.com/Radio Cayman.